Hi everyone, just real quick before I start talking about the Story Genius readings for this week. I'm a homeschooling mom, so I have kids constantly in and out, even when I'm trying to do schoolwork, because I have to squeeze in the schoolwork between soccer practice and play practice and schoolwork and all the stuff. So I constantly have interruptions. So I don't like to use the SNHU video system because I can't edit it. Whereas, so it usually takes more time because then I have to go back and re-record. Whereas if I use my own video editing software, then I can just cut out where the kids interrupt me and I don't have to start over. And it's like a million times quicker for me. So I hope you guys don't mind that I actually link these from YouTube. If it's a problem, I don't have to do it that way. It just saves me so much time to just go in and cut down the clips rather than starting from scratch. So okay. Chapter 2 in the Story Genius. She writes a lot about all the different myths in writing, and it's so funny because I agree with a lot of what she said. Not everything that she said, but a lot of what she said. The first thing is on the subject of pantsing, which is basically just flying by the seat of your pants while you're writing and having no clear path. I tried to write before I started this program, I started my thesis novel, and I tried to pants it, and it was a disaster. I wrote myself into a corner. So I now know that I can never pants. I've got to plan it out. And I just think I'm a graphic designer by trade, and so when I start a design, I start with sketches. And then I go on to comps, and then I start designing on the computer. And so I'm looking at it in that way. It doesn't take away my creativity. It actually adds to my creativity, because when I'm doing my thumbnail drawings, I can add things, I can take things out, I can see how things work. And so that's how I view kind of outlining or planning your novel. It gives you the chance to really think deeply about what is happening in your story. Whereas if you're just flying by the seat of your pants, it doesn't give you the time to really think deeply about what is happening. So I know that it's a creative thing to just sit and just type and let the words flow, but a lot of artists don't work that way. That's not, even sculptors, they sculpt out their idea first. Painters sketch it out before they start painting. So unless it's modern and splatter paint or something, but even then they plan out what colors they want to use and what they're trying to convey. So I don't understand why writers wouldn't want to plan as well. No one starts from scratch. I mean, I guess writers do, but no, it's not for me. I like to plan. So I actually agree with what she said. However, when she talked about the planners, she said that sometimes you get too caught up in planning the novel that you're not looking deeply into the character. But I don't feel like that's true. I feel, for me, it gives me the chance to think deeply about the character and to think about how the character changes and what growth is taking place while writing in the character. And so I think that is one of the reasons why I like to really write everything out, plot it, and plan it, is because I can really concentrate on that character and make sure that there's character growth throughout the plot. So the next thing I want to talk about is getting too caught up in beautiful words and missing the story. And this is so funny because I actually had an argument with somebody about dialogue tags. An argument about dialogue tags, yes. And I was just basically saying you have to keep them simple because use really flowery language, the people pay attention more to the dialogue tags than they do the story, and what you want is for them to be swept away in the story. Well, she didn't like that. She thought that was boring, and she argued with me about that. But so I like this, and I kind of likened it to that. So yeah, there are some really beautiful writers and beautiful poets and everything, but if you're writing a novel, you want the person to not sit back and say, wow, what a beautiful word. You want them to be like, whoa, oh my gosh, in my mind's eye, this scene is absolutely beautiful, not the words. You don't want them to concentrate on the words, you want them to concentrate on the story. So I like that. So yeah, mistaking the wrapping paper for the present. I really like that. I'm going to use that, and I wrote it down. So yeah. All right. Have a great week. Bye.